Hello? Oh, hi, darling.
Half a world away, another day. So let's go play on the moon. It's a starry place. We embrace the space while we're miles away on the moon.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of On the Other Line. I am your host, Kelly Keegs, and I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be in your living room on this Sunday night. It's a lovely day outside. It was a wonderful weekend. It's been a pretty good week. I think we're all feeling pretty good about this Sunday. Nobody wants Monday to come, so here we are to dispel any of these fears you have and just relax, watch the show, hang out. Gia, what's going on, girlfriend? How you doing in the booth?
Hey, good.
Hey.
Just living my best life.
Living your best life. It's still somebody's birthday. Love that. It's been
Yeah.
somebody's birthday for
At
weeks.
least it's not dark in here anymore.
True. It is nice and light this time. Yep, it's been somebody's birthday for weeks. You guys will see that in the next 2 weeks. The episodes will be pre-recorded. I explain it all when we're, when you see it. But I need to talk through some of my anxiety right now because tomorrow I leave on the Barstool vs. America Season 2 RV trip, and I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. I think I'm more nervous this time than I was the first time, because I think the first time I didn't really know what I was getting into, and this time I know exactly what I'm getting into, and I just literally can't believe I said yes. I can't believe I'm going. I can't believe I have to live with these people for 2 weeks. It's just, I don't know what my problem is. I don't know why I said yes, but I'm just I don't know. We fly to Tampa. My flight's at 7 a.m. I had to do all my packing and shopping this weekend. I was at Harmon's today, stocking up on shampoo and Febreze and all kinds of bullshit, just like I did last year. And I just am I don't even know. I feel like my brain is broken. I stop at my friend's house to get some things from her, and I left my sunglasses and my AirPods there. I never leave my shit around. Left my shit there. Coming here today, I left my work key card. I was switching around my wallets, left my work key card at home. I'm a fucking mess at the present moment, and that's just how I feel. That's how I feel right now. I needed you guys to know that. So before we get into airlines, which is what we're talking about today, so Gia, let's go ahead and set the mood. Let's talk about airlines. I'm going to try to take my mind off the impending doom that is this trip. So the first thing I want to talk about airlines, first of all, they're a nightmare. Obviously, they're a nightmare. Everybody hates flying. Everybody hates having to deal with the act of flying. I mean, I don't know. I feel like when I was a kid, I really liked the idea of flying. I only flew once when I was really little. We went to Disney World when I was 7, my first time on a plane. I have almost no recollection of the plane or the airport at that time. I must have just been too young, or maybe it was not interesting. Maybe nothing crazy happened. But once I got older, I was always so excited to fly. I didn't even mind getting up early and getting to the airport, so fun. And then even into my high teens, low 20s, I didn't mind flying because I just would race to the airport and get as many glasses of Prosecco as I could before I went on the plane, which I still do to this day. But now it's like a true fucking nightmare every time you go to the airport. I think that the problem lies a lot with security at the moment. This isn't even on my list. I forgot to put security on my top 5 most annoying things about the airport. But security at this point, if you don't have TSA PreCheck or clear, you're fucked, which I don't have either of those things. I'm in the middle of TSA PreCheck. I applied, I have an appointment when I come back, whatever. It's crazy that it took me this long to get it, but I have flown twice in the past month or so, and the airport security line is minimum 1 hour, no matter what you do. They just let everybody else in front of you because everybody else has paid some premium to be there in front of you. Gia, do you have either of these things, clear or TSA pre?
Yes, I have global entry.
Right, that's what I'm signing up for. That's
Yes.
what I'm gonna have shortly in a couple of
It's
weeks.
so clutch. So I just
Yeah.
put in my traveler number when I book a flight, and I instantly get pre-check.
That's what I just really have to do that because, and it's taken me a long time to get the appointment. It was trying to give me, I booked it maybe first week of April, and it gave me something right in the middle of this trip I'm on. I'm gone for 2 weeks, so I couldn't go. So I had to move it to when I come back, and I'm okay, that's annoying. But
I feel like everyone's trying to get that right now because like the airlines?
100%. 100%.
Even the clear and pre-check lines are still so long.
Yes, I was just going to say that. Like those lines are now almost just as long as the regular security lines. And I'm just like, it just takes a fucking eternity to get on the flight. Stefan agrees. I'm like, it just takes a million fucking years to get on a plane right now. And it's insane. But
and I've noticed, I have Clear.
Yeah.
Proud Clear member.
Yeah, congrats.
I've noticed that it's only on Delta terminals. So if like
Clear is?
It's mostly Delta. So
Okay.
like if I have American or something, or we mostly fly Delta for work, but American I've gotten fucked twice just because like I bank on Clear and you have to really check what terminals it is.
100%. I noticed Clear on or you know what? I haven't flown out. I've flown out of Newark both times, and I think I noticed Clear both times I was flying United. I always like end up on United somehow. I don't know how, but I do, and it's just a fucking nightmare. It's like the bottom line. It's a nightmare. I hate it. I'm dreading it in the morning. Thankfully, I have to leave at like 5 a.m. or some shit, so hopefully the lines will be short, and I'll be able to quickly get myself to that Prosecco before the plane. The first thing I really, really want to complain about, something I noticed on my flight the other day, is the legroom / seat size situation. Gia, would you mind throwing up the little diagram that I found on Google Images? This is a diagram of the sizes and the distance between the seats on airplanes. And number 4, look at this, Frontier and Spirit, 28 inches you have to go in between your legs and the people in front of you. And I swear to God, I was on, like I said, United, so I had a couple more inches for myself. I felt like in the last time I had flown, maybe 6 months prior to that, 8 months, something like that, it felt like in that time they have shoved a whole new row of seats into these rows of seats. Like it's just, they added a whole new row, and you can't move your fucking legs, you can't move your arms, you can't move anything. Even sitting in the aisle is uncomfortable. Like I was in the window on the way down, the aisle on the way back. You literally can't even breathe. It's insane. I don't know like how they can make these any smaller. Like how 28 inches is so fucking small. I mean, it's unbelievable. 32 inches for JetBlue and Virgin America. I mean, it's insane that I'm even talking about this. It's not even like a full 2 feet, right? Like 20, oh no, I'm stupid. 24 inches is a full 2 feet, but still, that doesn't feel like enough room. That's not enough room for anybody's legs, anybody's body, whatever. That's outrageous. And I don't know what we're supposed to do about this. I also am somebody who feels bad about reclining my seat, and I've gotten better at it. I've gotten better, just like I just do it quick as soon as we're able to, and then I sit back and I pretend that it's not inconveniencing the person behind me, especially if the person in front of me has already thrown it back. Because if they throw it back, you literally can't move. It's unbelievable. I don't know why they're trying to sardine us all on this thing. Like it's crazy. I mean, I guess they're trying to sell more tickets. They're trying to sell whatever the fuck it is they're selling. I hate it. I hate it so much. I feel like an old crotchety lady complaining about leg space. And that's another thing too, like you can pay more money for more leg room, but what is the more leg room? It's like 2 inches, which I guess you need, but it's fucking insane. It's like, it's really, really killing me the past couple times I'm flying. Again, dreading it tomorrow. The next one I want to talk about is baggage. The baggage situation is a fucking nightmare. Gia, I don't even know what my link is for this, I forget. But it's
I think it is.
Oh yes. Okay, so I was looking up baggage stuff earlier before and trying to figure something out. Apparently Iggy Azalea tried to board a flight like yesterday or 2 days ago, something, and she arrived 30 minutes before her flight, which we all know you can't do, especially if you're trying to check a bag. I talked about this this is a nice TMZ article. I talked about this a few weeks ago, how I one time was too late to check my bag. I still needed to get on the flight. The lady gave me a TJ Maxx bag. I threw all my shit in there and ditched my suitcase. You have to arrive early if you're checking a bag. But apparently, Iggy Azalea showed up with her baby and her whole crew. Somebody in her crew was like slacking off and taking too long. Her bags, her bags got on the plane, but they closed the doors and got rid of their seats like before she got on the flight. So she's throwing some fit about it. She's like, you stranded me and my baby, blah, blah, blah. This is fucking crazy. Iggy, come on. You have to know that you can't arrive. I don't care how famous you are. You can't arrive 30 minutes before a commercial flight and expect to get on with your bags. Like that's ludicrous.
I'm surprised that she's even flying commercial.
I'm like not that surprised because Iggy Azalea, like, I mean, what's she up to these days? Yeah, like what's happened since Fancy, you know? Like I feel like, I'm sorry. I love that song. I'm down with Iggy, but like.
No, I mean, I can't even think of the last thing that she did, like, I don't know, besides her like thing with Playboy Cardi, because that's
me neither.
That's the father of her child.
Exactly. Oh fuck! I don't think I knew that.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi's her baby daddy. Damn, I don't think I knew that.
There was so drama with that.
Holy shit. I mean, of course there was, of
Yeah.
course. Do you remember, was it Iggy Azalea, I think, who fell off a stage kind of recently? It was like a really graphic video of her like falling off a stage, which is so bad. Like, obviously that sucks. Like, that's an accident. That's terrible. But holy shit, that sucks.
I don't know. I never saw that.
I'm pretty sure it was her. There's a bunch of people who are falling off stages. Like, I know Britney Spears has fallen off a stage before. Like, there's a lot of bitches who fall. But that, I would be so worried about that. Like, stages during performances look so slippery. Like, whenever I see them, we're watching award shows, whatever, and we see them perform, it looks slippery as fuck up there. They're always wearing some crazy heels. I always give props to any of the celebrities who are able to like dance and be normal on a stage like that without falling. And yeah, she fell. I'm pretty sure she fell like into a pit, like something crazy like that happened. But the baggage situation is always horrible on an airline. Like, my issue always is like, I'll bring a carry-on because I don't want to check a bag, and I'm always worried it's going to be too big and they're going to make me check it at the door. But I actually don't mind when that happens because that means I don't have to lift it over my head and put it in the crate. But I think that it sucks to have to do that, especially in New York, because nobody will help you. Nobody helps you in New York, especially. Like, if I'm feeling frail and weak and I look around, like, can someone please help me with my bag? Nobody's fucking helping me. I have to get up there and, like, use all my strength, get it in there. It's a fucking nightmare.
I always, like, kind of, like, make it dramatic.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean?
Me too. I'm always like, oh no, like, oh geez. Like, I try
Like,
so
make
hard.
everyone feel so bad, right?
Exactly. Exactly. And then also, though, at the same time, like, I'll do that. I'll make a big scene struggling, and then somebody will reluctantly be like, do you need help? And I'll be like, no, I'm fine. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't know what I want. I never know what I want. I just want attention, I think, is really what it is. But, okay, let's go on to the next topic, food. Now, the food situation on flights is a nightmare. And I think that I have only really complained about food on planes when I'm flying within the US, which is like always. I've flown probably twice out of the country. And the one time I flew out of the country, I went to Japan. I love to bring it up anytime I can. I flew Air China. We had a layover in China for a little while. But the food that they give you on Air China is amazing. Like, it's a full fucking meal. I don't know if you can pull up that picture, Gia, of my Air China meal, because and that was like one of 3 meals. Yeah, look at this shit. Look at all this shit. This was nothing. This was free. I had that was like good beef. There's some steamed veggies. It was like, I know it's weird and gross because it's airline food, but it really wasn't gross at all. Like, up on the top is like potato salad. There was some fresh fruit. Like, that roll I got was warm when I got it. I mean, it was unbelievable the amount of food that they gave you. And this was one of like 2 meals they gave us. I think it was like a 16-hour flight. I think that it's crazy that United States flights, all they give you is like some of those little cookies, either those tiny cookies, or they give you like pot chips, I think is popping around lately. But as far as drinks go, I always get a ginger ale. I'm a ginger ale girl on the flight. If I'm doing alcohol, I also do whiskey. But alcohol prices on the flight, it's like almost not worth it, And if you're on a long ass flight, you don't really want to be drunk on the plane. It just doesn't feel good. Like, if you're not drunk before you get on the plane to fall asleep, getting drunk on the plane will make you feel like shit when you get off, because you just feel dehydrated when you get off. So that's a struggle there. I was drinking some whiskeys and ginger ales on my last flight back, and I didn't feel anything in the air, except for we hit some crazy turbulence, and I was just kind of like, woo, okay. Like, if we go down, we go down, like something crazy. But it just, other than that, it's almost not worth it at this point. And then the last thing I want to talk about are the prices. The prices of flights, the prices of things on the airplane, the price to check your bag. I have never seen a bigger scam in my entire fucking life. I think that airlines at this point fuck up constantly. All they do is fuck up, and they still gouge you for money any chance they get. It's honestly insane. Like, if you guys are charging people so much money just to like be in the airport, like, you don't even have to, like, not including the flight, being in the airport is expensive. And I think that for them to then have delays all the time, the delays are one thing. It's like, oh, the flight's late, blah, 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 whatever, that causes delays. When it's like maintenance issues or staffing issues, it's like, what the fuck are we doing here? How are there not a billion people ready to work at all times? Because we just always are, dealing with this bullshit. I'm stressed about it. I'm very stressed, but let's hit a commercial real quick, and then we'll come back and take your calls. The number is 888-STOOL22. And welcome back to On the Other Line. Took me a second there. I had to make sure I was looking at the right place. We have a caller. Let's see. We have JC from Fort Worth who wants to talk about her boyfriend's bad flight. What's up, girlfriend? How you doing? Oh, no. Oh, no, I can't hear you.
Oh,
I got you.
hello?
I got you. What's
Hello?
going on? How are you?
Okay. I'm fine. My boyfriend's not doing too hot.
Oh my God, what's going on?
So he had a bachelor trip in Denver this past weekend.
Oh, shit.
And, classic. Like, they went skiing and everything, and he's exhausted. So he's flying home. He was supposed to land almost 2 hours ago. And his flight circled 7 times
Shut
in
up.
the middle of nowhere and just landed in this smaller airport in West Texas. And he has been sitting on like the tarmac or whatever for like 30 minutes.
Oh my God.
And they still haven't told him what's going to happen, and they won't let him get off the plane.
That's unbelievable. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, why does this even happen? Why don't people give more explanation? Because I feel like this happens all the time, and they're always just like, sorry guys, we're delayed, or sorry, something with the fuel, sorry, something like blah, 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 whatever. How does this happen? Like, it's not like you're driving a car, you're driving a fucking airplane. I feel like you should know what the hell is going on. Oh my God. So, okay,
Well,
so
the thing is, there's horrible weather here.
Oh,
so
okay.
Like, this weather has been coming in. We've known about it since yesterday. Why the hell did they leave Denver if they knew they weren't going to be able to land the plane?
Exactly. Like, delay it at the airport. I would much rather be delayed at the airport than delayed on the fucking tarmac, because nothing is worse than having to keep staying on that plane after you've been sitting on it for hours. Like I just said, there's no rooms on seats anymore. You can barely move. And of course, whenever this happens and people have to like stay on the plane and they're not allowed off, everybody's got to go to the bathroom immediately. Everybody's like, I've been waiting to get off. Like, I got to get in this line. Everybody's in the way in the aisle. The flight attendants don't want to deal with you. Like, it's a nightmare. Oh my God. So how long? He's been sitting there for 30 minutes. What time was his flight? Like, originally?
His flight was supposed to leave, so like if we're talking all central time here, his flight was supposed to leave at 3:30 my time.
Yeah.
And land at 5:35. So I was like, sweet, I'll leave. I'll go to the airport at like 5. And I mean, homegirl, it's 7:15 and I'm still got my butt on the couch.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't think I was going to be able to watch your show today.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I know, first of all, what a tragedy that would have been. So thankfully he's delayed. But also
Thank God for YouTube.
I know, seriously. But also I just don't understand. Like, and also too, when he's touched down, he's texting you about it. He's upset about it, whatever. It's like, if I'm at the gate, let me out. Like, what is the big deal? Are we going to take back off in the same plane? Most likely they're not gonna. They're probably gonna make them get off and do some other bullshit. Is he close enough where he could like get off and like get a car or something? Or is he super far away still?
I think it's probably like, if he decided to drive, it would probably be another 4 hours.
Oh my God.
And he just texted me.
Oh shit, what'd he say?
He said, just effing letting us off. Holy F.
See, I fucking knew it. They always do that shit. They make you sit forever as if you're going to take off in that same plane. You never are. They're always going to take you off. They're going to take all the people off. They're going to do whatever it is they need to do to the plane, probably switch it out. The luggage situation is a nightmare. Like, I don't even know. God, prayers up to your boyfriend. I feel bad about that. Tell him we're all thinking about him. We're all thinking about him. We're all with him in this trying time. Please let him know. Oh my God.
Thanks so much, Kelly.
Of course. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
Love you.
Oh my God. Oh, love you too. Sorry. Damn. I never know when to hang up on people because I just want to say like thanks and goodbye and whatever. And I just feel like I do it the wrong way every single time. But I mean, that's a nightmare. I can't imagine being stuck on the tarmac for that long. Like it's really, truly awful. I would be, I'm trying to think of the right word. I have to mention my own experiences with airplanes. I can't believe it took me this long to bring it up, but the last time I was delayed on a tarmac was probably 2015-ish or something like that. And I was coming home from a friend's bachelorette party in Charleston, South Carolina. And I flew out of Raleigh, North Carolina. So I was flying into DC, layover to New York. In that shorter flight from Raleigh to DC is when I had a couple that was across the aisle from me, blacked out drunk, fighting and breaking up. So I live tweeted their breakup. And so, yes, it is me. I am here. I am plain breakup girl. That is me. So that was a wild time. That was a wild day. But it wouldn't have happened if I wasn't delayed on the tarmac. So I am bitching about it a lot as if like, oh, I hate it so much. That like pretty much, you know, I wouldn't have a job probably if not for that. So maybe I should be a little more thankful about that. But that's what you got to do in those situations. You have to just like look around you, make the most of it, people watch. Like what the fuck else do you do when you're delayed for that long, sitting on a plane? Everybody's feeling restless. You can feel that energy. It just fucking sucks. So shout out to that guy. I feel bad for him. While we're waiting for some more callers, Gia, let's throw up a couple of the DMs that we've got just to field a few more complaints. Let's see. Delta Airlines is the reason I missed Prince William and Kate's wedding, and I've never been the same since. I need to respond to this girl because I want more details about what, like, how was she even going to Prince William and Kate's wedding? Like, that's unbelievable. But if Delta Airlines was the reason that I missed the royal wedding of the century, like, yes, Harry and Meghan got married a little bit later, so like you had 2 opportunities for a royal wedding. If I missed Kate and William's wedding because of Delta Airlines, I don't know what the fuck I would do. I think I would spend the rest of my life trying to bring down Delta Airlines, like in every single way possible. I would lose my fucking shit, and that's no exaggeration. That is something that that's a once in a lifetime situation, and Delta Airlines is at fault. Like, oh my God, no. We have Brad from Michigan. What's going on, Brad? How you doing?
What's up, Kelly?
How you been?
First off, great. Best of luck on Barstool vs. America.
Oh my God, thanks. I'm so nervous, honestly. I'm just like stressed out. I'm like sick to my stomach almost. Like it's the set anxiety, you know? Like I know it'll be fine when I get there. I know that I'll have fun. We'll all have a good time, whatever. I liked doing it last year, but it's like the physical aspect of it. My body's not ready. I pulled my hip on the way out of here. Like I'm 100,000 years old. Like it's insane. But thank you for the words of encouragement.
But what's worse, the physical activity or the staying on the RV?
The physical activity, without question. The RV kind of sucks, but the long rides, it's like you kind of sleep for a while, or you just watch movies or kind of hang out or try to, like, you know, do whatever it is you do. Like last year, I slept a ton. We watched some like random TV shows that we had downloaded. I have like a few movies downloaded on my shit ready to go. So, you know, I don't know. It's so much time with other people. That's why I keep saying, like, my biggest thing is just, I love being alone. I love alone time. So being around people and having to be like sparkly, you know, like sometimes I'm really bitchy and I like to just kind of sit by myself. So, but I can't be bitchy to anybody when I'm in a mood, because then it'll work against me when it comes time for like voting and shit like that. So I don't even know. It's a whole thing. But the physical stuff will kill me. I have a feeling. I'm gonna, you know, I don't know, knock on wood, knock on whatever. I hope I make it out of there alive. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild. But what's going on with you? What's your airline story?
Airline, it's not so much a story, it's more of just kind of a take on things.
Oh, okay. Love to hear it.
Everything about airlines to me is you have to get the status. Because once you've had status in the airlines, you never want to go without. Because
it's so true.
I had medallion statuses with Delta, and I won't fly anyone else but Delta if it's my choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you always rack up the miles, you rack up the points, you get all the the free check baggage, you can free upgrades. I did a 13-hour flight to China first class with Delta.
Oh shit.
The most amazing trip of my life.
Wow.
Like, it was just awesome. You
know, I am agreeing with you, because I feel like anybody I've ever talked to that has like status like that has no qualms with airlines whatsoever. Like it's as if, but I'll ask you this. So do you like fly, or when you had status with Delta, were you just like flying Delta all the time? Like I feel like sometimes a flight, like I'll pick a flight based on convenience about when I'm leaving, not so much the airline. And I feel like there aren't always like flight times in the same company that I want to use all the time. Like I feel like I'll never get status somewhere because I'm always just clicking whatever's most convenient.
Yeah, so like for instance, like I went to California a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I chose a shittier time to go with Delta rather than go American.
Got it.
Just to build it. Now my company's paying for that, so I'll take the inconvenience and the added $100 because I'm going to take those rewards with me.
Yeah, that's so true. I got to set up some shit with work. I think that people do that here. They like set up their points situation, and I feel like that's something I should do. Yeah. That feels like a good idea.
And then
but yeah, I don't know. Everybody loves it.
When you're flying Delta, United, American, you're pretty well covered.
Yeah.
What I hate seeing people do is reach out to Big Cat and be like, hey, can you yell at Spirit Airlines or Allegiant Air?
Yeah.
Why are you being a fucking poor person and flying Allegiant or Spirit?
I know. Like,
I don't care about your struggles when you do that. Like, you know they only fly out like once a week.
Yes.
And you're screwed if anything goes wrong.
Yes. I have no sympathy for people that fly Spirit or Frontier or those like the really bad ones, because I'm like the brokest bitch I know, and still I will splurge for a regular like United, American, or Delta, because those airlines, Spirit
I'm not gonna
or Frontier,
up because of that.
Right? They're just insane. Like they. What is the one where you show up and it's like, you know, free for all on your seats? Southwest, I think. where you show up and you don't like have a seat, you just like get in line. That's fucking crazy. Like why at this point are we like elbowing in for seats on an airline? Like you just have an assigned seat and you sit in it. And I think that it's insane that Southwest still gets away with that. I think it's unbelievable.
Oh, the other thing on that too is like, you know how they class you, how you can board?
Yes, yes.
When people are standing up, gathered around to board the plane. Like sit the fuck
for
down
what?
in basic economy.
Truly, for what? Like there's no need to rush onto the airplane. Like I always get on like as far away from or as close to the starting time as I can. Like I'll stay near and I'll watch like the boarding process, but I'm not going to stand around in line and like tap my foot waiting to come onto this plane. It's like I'm going to be on this plane for probably 2-3 hours minimum. Why am I racing to get on the fucking plane? Like no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Agreed.
It's unbelievable. Well, Brad, thank you so much for calling as always. You're a gem. And thank you for the words of encouragement about Barstool vs. America. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Good luck. See ya.
Thanks. Talk to you later. All right. I see we have another familiar face. My girl, Jillian from Long Island. Jillian, what's going on? How are you?
Good. How are you, Kelly?
Fantastic.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Eve. What's going on, girlfriend? Oh, you guys make me feel so good when you call in. It really does. It's like, you guys are my consistent. You guys are my rock. You're always looking out for us on the show. Completely. You're always looking out for us, and I really appreciate it. But what's going on? Tell me about your airline qualms.
So I called in about the middle seat and how much that seat just sucks on a plane.
Yeah, it's the fucking worst. It's the worst. I one time was given. My grandpa had like all these miles, a crazy amount of miles, and I was flying back and forth to LA for the first time. Was visiting a friend, and he was like, you know, you've never been in first class. I have all these miles. I'm not flying anywhere. Like, do it, first class. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. And it was really great. I had all this room. I sat next to a guy who was carrying like a human heart in a fucking, you know, whatever. That was crazy. And on the way back, they asked me if I would bump from first class and be given a flight credit, like I think it was like $600 or something, if I could sit and coach on the way back. And I was like, oh shit. And at the time, I think I was like 22. And I was like, oh fuck yeah, like this is another flight for me. Like absolutely, I'm gonna do this. And it was a middle seat. I didn't know. It was a middle seat, and I was around like an entire family who just all were talking to each other the entire time. Like it was an actual living nightmare. And I don't know if I've sat in a middle seat since then. I've just been like very, very adamant about not being in the middle seat because it's just, there's nowhere to go. You have to sardine yourself even more. Like we saw those plane diagrams earlier. It's like, you know, it's 17 inches of space for your whole body. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I know. We just flew last week. It was my mom, my sister, and I, and we did 3 seats in a row. And at first, when we booked the flights, I was like, only book 2. Like, I'm not getting stuck in the middle seat. Like, book 2 next to each other in another aisle. Of course, like, we didn't do it.
Yeah.
And we get to the airport, whatever, boarding the plane. I'm like, you know what? I'm getting the window. I'm the older sister. Like, screw my little sister. She can have the middle seat.
Yeah, whatever.
And she's like, Jillian, my ticket says that I have the window. And I'm like, well, that's too bad. You're younger. You get the middle seat. And then we're boarding the plane back to come home. And she goes, I bet Jillian's going to take the window seat again. I'm like, yeah, that's right. You're getting the middle seat, Jen.
You're absolutely correct.
The younger sister. But I feel like it's like, obviously family you can do that with. But it's like, when you travel with friends, like I went away with one of my friends in December. And, of course, we booked 2 seats. We did a window in the middle. And I was like, I'm definitely going to get the middle. And I was like, I'll be nice. I'll sit in the middle. But it's just like awful. Like you feel so awkward in that tiny little space.
Right.
Like you lean towards your friend if you're on that side. And it's like so awkward when you tap. It's like, excuse me, can I get up, please? It's like there's nowhere for you to go.
Right.
It's the worst plane.
There's nowhere to go, and yes, you're absolutely correct. When it's family, you bully your family out of into the middle seat, and you get either side. Like whatever it is you do, throw them in the middle seat. Doesn't matter. I think it's the same rules apply as like the front seat of the car. You know what I mean? Like you're young, you sit in the back. Like that's it.
Exactly.
It's same vibes. But I think especially when you go with friends, it's right. Your friends are all on your same page. Nobody wants to be sitting in the middle seat, so you just kind of have to like eat it and deal with it.
Nope.
But if there are strangers, say it's like you and your friend, and you're in the middle and the window, and somebody else is on the aisle, it's like it feels weird. Like, oh, fuck, there's a stranger here. Like now it's like kind of throwing off the vibe. If it's your friend, I don't feel bad at all being like, move, I gotta get out of here. Like I'm going to the bathroom, get the fuck out. But if it's a stranger, it like throws off the whole vibe, and you're stuck in the middle again. You have to like you have no armrest basically. Like that's nobody follows the armrest rules. It's fucking crazy. It's truly unbelievable. So yeah, middle seat. It's almost worth not going. I'd rather not go on the trip than sit in the fucking middle seat, especially if it's a long flight. Like, forget it.
Oh yeah, it's so bad.
Not for me.
Back, but I was like, I am not sitting in that middle seat. It's not happening.
No way. Can't have it. Can't have it at all. It's unbelievable.
No.
Oh my God. Well, Jillian, thank you so much for calling me, and Eve as well. You guys, mwah, mwah, you guys are the greatest.
Best of luck with Barstool versus America.
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, please be thinking of me. Send all the good vibes you can. Yes, you're going to hear all about it. That's for sure.
We can't wait.
All right. Thanks, guys, so much. We'll talk to you later.
Right. Enjoy your flight tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Don't get the middle seat.
I'll try not to. All right, bye. All right, let's hit a break, and then we'll come back and take more calls and see more DMs. And welcome back to On the Other Line. Feel free to call in live. We are still taking callers. The number is 888-STOOL22. Gia, what is the regular number? It's like there it is, 888-786-6522. We've decided that sometimes the Stool 22 thing might not be so easy, so there's the regular number, 888-786-6522. We're talking about airlines. In the meantime, let's throw up a couple more of the complaining DMs I got. Let's see what we got. Before security in Portland, I forgot I had a bag of gummies in my pocket, so I ate them all, no waste, and proceeded to puke on myself in the boarding line. Yeah, that's tough. That is a really tough situation. I think that
does they mean like normal gummies or like
weed gummies for sure. Weed for sure. I think that happens to people a lot. I think also too, gummies can just go right through security. Like nobody gives a fuck.
Girl, you're in Portland.
Right. Like there is no need to freak out about anything in Portland.
There,
I know, and especially too, like the concern is the airport returning. Like if they like go through your shit or whatever. But even then, like they're not looking at your stuff. Like maybe if you're like switching flights and you have to like check your luggage again or something like that, maybe worry about it then. But no, absolutely, you never have to worry about that.
Once a month, I'll get like a text from a friend being like, "Hey, is it cool if I bring this, like whether it's a pen or a gummy or something through an airport?" I'm like, yes, it is okay.
100%.
You will not get caught. If you're bringing like a lot of weed, obviously you can't do that. But if you're bringing like a cartridge or gummies or something like that, you're not. There is no issue.
Nobody is going to say shit, especially the pens. I mean, the pen just looks like a pen in your shit. Like it doesn't look crazy at all. I almost exclusively travel with weed pens, like just all over the place. I am doing something a little different tomorrow. I have tiny little like joints that I'm making that I'm bringing on this trip, and so but I'm checking a bag though. I feel like whenever you check a bag, you can pretty much check whatever you want. You can't just have like an absurd amount of weed. So this isn't going to be a big deal. But yeah, if you can check it in something and it's not like smelling like weed and it's not a pound of weed, like you're fine. They're not looking for weed. That was something that I learned or someone told me or something to like ease my anxiety about it. It was like the dogs running around airports are looking for bombs and shit. They're not looking for weed. They're not trying to like tackle you in the airport and steal your weed gummies. Like you don't have to shove them all in your mouth and puke on yourself in the line. But I do know that edibles on a plane are not my favorite thing to do. I think that the last time I took an edible before a plane ride, let's see, it was also like we had our masks still, and it was kind of early on in mask wearing. So people were freaking out about it. Like people weren't like loving that they had to wear masks. So I had an edible. I was sitting on my thing. Everybody's freaking out. Tensions were high. Like the plane temperature was kind of warm inside, and I didn't really understand why. And I had just eaten like an airport turkey sandwich, like a little wrap or some shit. And I was like sitting in my seat. I was in a window seat, and I was like, I think I'm gonna throw up right now. Like I started feeling really high, and I was like, oh my God, I think I'm gonna throw up. I think I'm gonna faint. Something's going on. So I have my mask on. I get up out of my seat. I walk down to the end of the aisle towards the bathroom, and I really started to feel faint, and I looked at like a male flight attendant, and I was like, sir, I think I'm gonna faint. And he was like, it's okay, it's okay. And he like lowered me to the ground. It's insane that this happened like this, but he lowered me to the ground, and I was like, oh my God, like this has never happened to me. I don't know what's wrong. And he was like, check when you get back to your seat that your like air thing is open, because I guess with the masks and without the air thing open, it's like making people feel faint. So I guess he was like, this has happened like on at least once on every flight I've done since we started wearing masks on planes. So keep that in mind. Maybe it was that. I did throw up, in fact. I also threw up after the edible, but I think that was more of me not really getting that much air. It was insane. Insane. We have, let's see this first. Let's do this first. Had to turn back twice before takeoff due to 2 flights. Once we got in the air, a lady had a heart attack and we had to make an emergency landing, turned into a 14-hour flight. I mean, that's fucking crazy. Like, I hear about these stories all the time where they take off and something happens where like they have to land again because there's a sick passenger or something that goes on. Imagine having a heart attack on a fucking airplane like that. I really can't imagine like what the hell is going on there. I think that sounds like the worst nightmare. And that's a situation where like I don't feel bad for like the people in the airline. Like, yes, they have to land the plane to let the lady with a heart attack off the plane. Like, that makes complete sense. If I'm given a reason as to why all this shit's happening, I'm way less mad. I just hate when they're like vague and weird and it's bizarre. Okay, let's see. We have a caller. It's a familiar number to me. Looking familiar. Tracy from New Jersey. What's going on?
Hey, Cal.
Hi, Mom. What's happening?
Listen, I do have a legit story.
Oh, okay.
So I'm
You have a plane story? I'm
What's
surprised.
that?
You have a plane story? I'm surprised.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well,
keep going.
when Dad and I get on the plane and we have our seats, all of a sudden we have seats that are in a special area on the plane.
Yeah.
That they literally are like, you have to sign a paper saying that you are willing to save other people.
Yeah.
If you sit in this certain area.
It's like the exit row. Yeah. You have to verbally confirm, like, in the case of emergency, I'm able to help these people. They always do that. And if you say, like, if you're in that seat and you're like, no, I can't do it, they'll move you. They'll move you away from it.
Well, okay, so 100%, there we are.
Yeah.
And of course, your father, anything he thinks that we're going to get some kind of a deal on, we're doing. So there we are, and we signed for that, and now we're sitting there. And guess what? Obviously, I'm the one who knows how to save people. We know this, right?
Yes.
My profession. And he
My mom is in the medical field.
There we are. And so he sits there, and he's like expecting me to now be the one to save these people. And it's it's kind of a bad deal because all of a sudden you're sitting there and you're in with all these other people and you're in that one section and everybody is looking at you as you are the one who is going to save the rest of us if we go down. And guess what, people?
No.
It's not me. I can't do it.
So you lied. So you lied to sit in the exit row. You lied. You were like, no, I'll get you. I got you.
I'm the one who's going, I'll have another Jack Daniels because guess what, people? It's not happening.
It's not happening. Where were you flying that this happened? When was this?
Oh, well, where did we just go, Sean, that we were Myrtle Beach.
Okay. Oh, damn. Okay. Yeah. The Myrtle Beach planes. You never know.
Yeah. And going forward, we're going to Aruba, in July. So I definitely made sure that we were not going to be in those seats that was offered.
Yes.
And also, just as an FYI for another thing that annoys me about the airline, your father wants a little more extra leg room.
Yeah.
$70 per seat for extra leg room.
Unbelievable.
I said, no, thank you, sir. No.
It's unbelievable. Well, you missed it. You missed the beginning of the show. I know you weren't watching the beginning of the show. I talked about that as one of my things. Of like just talking about how the quote unquote extra leg room is like 2 inches and you have to pay $100 for it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Mom, tell Dad this. Tell Dad this that the distance between the seats, the biggest distance is 34 inches. The smallest is 28 inches between seats. That's for your body. Can you believe that? 28 inches? In what world? In what world? In what world?
Anyway, so thank you for letting me call in and tell Gia I think she's so great. She's so cute. She's like,
Gia, you're fabulous.
She knew me right away. So anyway.
Good. Yeah, I figured. I saw your number pop. I was like, oh, they're chatting probably. That's perfect.
Anyway, all right. Thanks. Great show.
Thanks,
Talk
Mom.
to you soon.
Love you. Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye. My mom, she loves calling. I love it. Love when she calls. Let's see. Now we have Cody from Georgia who wants to talk about Barstool vs. America. Oh, let's talk about it, Cody. Talk me off the ledge. What's going on?
All right. Well, first off, just hi. I don't feel like I should have to talk you off the ledge. You did everything you were supposed to last year.
Thank you.
From what I can remember and recall. I'm honestly hoping for your sake that they don't fucking trade you around like they did.
Me too, Cody. That is what I'm most stressed about. I'm honestly most stressed about that. The anxiety I've had packing in case that happens. Like, I don't really know what's going to happen. Like, Logan hasn't really filled us in on what's happening as far as like gameplay goes. We usually figure that out when we get there. But I have packed in a way that I can hopefully just like move short things back and forth if I have to go back and forth. Because I'm the agreeable one. I'm easy to throw back and forth. It's real fucking annoying. And I can't do it this year. I can't.
Kelly, I'm 100% down with that, and I understand that because literally, I mean, goddamn, you're so good. You took the words out of my mouth. I literally was going to say, maybe pack a little bit lighter because, know, goddamn, if you have to do that again, it's easier. But like, I'm the same way. It's agreeable. You don't want to cause fucking conflict, but when conflict is forced upon you, fucking turn and burn. Like,
exactly.
But yeah, I don't really have a lot to say because that was about it. I just wanted to say, my wife and I have followed you. We're down with you. It's all fucking good. I just wanted to say hi and like, I don't know, just wanted to talk.
Thank you for that, Cody.
Airline stories. I don't fucking fly anywhere, so I just wanted to say good luck this year.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Honestly, I need the luck. So I really, really appreciate it. But yeah, you're right. I got to. I don't know what I don't know how I'm going to play this. I feel like I can't. Nobody doesn't have sympathy for me this time around. Like it was my first time doing something so crazy. I agree to do this again. Nobody's going to give a fuck about my feelings anymore. So I don't know how I'm going to play it. I think if people. If I need to get Buck in a situation, I'm gonna have to get Buck in a situation. I think that I'm not gonna have to. I can't be so nice the whole time. I gotta get rowdy a little bit. I think that's what's gonna happen.
And I agree because I follow the same kind of temporary path kind of thing where you don't want to, but goddamn, when they push your buttons, you just sometimes you gotta say fuck it and go for it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm with you.
Now, this is not you, but like. My one complaint is because I said I'm from Atlanta. Goddamn, man, did the Barstool stuff in Atlanta for that Super Bowl 5 years ago not go well? Like, I was so looking forward. I thought there was a chance that maybe Barstool versus America was going to come to Atlanta.
Come through Atlanta.
I know you can't comment because I don't know if you know or not. Sorry, I don't know shit. But like,
we're not. We know where we're headed. We're not coming through Atlanta. I know that is a good idea though. I'm sure that's on the list for future.
Okay, well,
yeah,
fantastic. I know
somewhere,
Nashville's like 4.5 hours away, but like still, I was just like, I was holding out hoping when I saw that release. I was like, oh man, maybe they're coming to Atlanta. And I was like, God damn it.
No, not this time around, which does suck because I like Atlanta. I like Atlanta very much. I think it's a really cool city. I think that I have some family lives down there or has lived down there. I think that it's a good spot. So hopefully in the future, High Noon will send us there. But for now, we're doing, we have Tampa, Nashville, Madison, Wisconsin, Chicago, and Boston, which I'm nervous. I'm most nervous for Boston. I have a feeling I think we're there on a Saturday, and I don't know if they're going to let people watch what we're doing in real time, but it's going to be a scene, that's for sure.
Listen, Boston-based, they're crazy fucking people anyway.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, fingers crossed for you. Good luck.
Thank you.
But
thank you, Cody.
Luck. We love you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Talk to you later. Fantastic. All right, let's hit another break, and then we will come back, do a couple voicemails and the DMs. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to On the Other Line. Let's hit our end of the show, our last call. There we are. Got a little bit of the music going. That music, I can always hear it. I kind of like the music that plays like in between. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's cute music. All right, we have a good voicemail story, and then we have a couple more DMs I want to get through. So, Gia, let's play the voicemail.
Hey, Cal. So I have a slightly traumatizing airline story. So when my family went on vacation to Curacao, we would always go to like different islands, I guess, when we were younger for vacation. We went to Curacao, and it was an okay trip. And when we were at the airport, we get to the security line. We go through. I feel like I was like 11 or 12. I was young. We get through security, and behind us, some guy goes through security, and the security starts beeping, and like everyone starts yelling, and the guy just starts sprinting behind us, shoves me, my brother, and my sister. Like my whole family has died.
Oh my God.
Like I said, it was like 11 or 12, and he's like sprinting towards the plane, and then the cops and like the security come, tackle the guy, pick him up, and throw him in a back room. Everyone is staring. We're in like the smallest airport ever, and we're supposed to just like get on the plane and fly home as if nothing happened. We obviously were okay, but it was absolutely traumatizing. I mean, shout out to the airport for like handling it, but I mean, I'm like still terrified to fly. So that is my story. Love you.
Yeah, this was a good story. This is one of my besties who called in for me this week. But this is kind of insane. I feel like I have never seen a situation where somebody really like gets tackled by TSA in the airport. I feel like there have been times where I've seen people get like patted down on the side or like taken for more questioning or whatever, but I've never seen someone like wrestled to the ground. I also think that you're truly, truly insane if you think that you're gonna like run away and get away with it at an airport. Like that, I don't understand. Like there's security everywhere. All they need is one quick like, psh, psh, there's a guy on the loose, like we're gonna come get him. Like it's just, what is your thought process there when you are going through security, you're about to get stopped, you're doing something shady, and you're just gonna get tackled to the ground. That's what's gonna happen. And if this happened to my friend when she was like 11 or 12, whatever, that's a post 9/11 world. That's a scar for life situation. That sucks. And I don't know how I would feel if I were to see that. That would, I think, scar me for a long time. It would also make me nervous in airports. I'm a little, I don't know if I'm nervous in airports, but it's still something I think about. Like going through security and stuff always makes you think about like, damn, I hope, nothing gets through here. It also makes you think about that when you get something through. Like one time I went through fully security with like a full water bottle, and I know that it's a water bottle, whatever, but they always yell at you to throw away water and shit like that. And this time I went through, I was like, how did they not spy this water bottle? What else are they not spying around this place? So I don't know. It's full of anxiety all the time. I don't know. Gia, are you an anxious flyer? Do you get nervous?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was flying home from Colorado, and our takeoff was so much turbulence. It was wild.
Oh my God.
And there was a second when the plane dropped for 2 seconds.
Oh my God.
And I
so
held
scary.
onto the seat things. I was like, Jesus Christ. The lady next to me was like, are you okay? I was like, no, I'm freaking out.
No, the plane just dropped 10 feet in the air. No, I'm not so chill right now, lady.
But that story reminded me of this crazy story that I experienced when I was 15 or 16. I was traveling from Australia to Fiji.
Yeah.
On with this kind of
what a luxurious trip, girl.
It was like a volunteer thing.
Amazing.
But I was traveling by myself because one program was in Australia, the next one was in Fiji, but they weren't connected. So I had to fill out a customs form, whatever, to get into the country, and I didn't know the address of where I was staying because it was through that volunteer
through whatever
program.
Yeah.
So I show them the form. It's blank. They kind of where are you going? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, I'm not sure, whatever.
Yeah.
They bring me to this back room, and this guy starts to question me. And I'm 15, 16. I have no idea what's happening.
Oh my
He's
God.
being so rude. And then to top it off, my dogs chewed up my passport.
No, stop.
So my passport has holes in it. It's all chewed up. He's in Fiji, we would never accept this. Basically, I thought I wasn't going to be allowed into the country.
Yeah.
My memory is a little shot on how I was let in, but I'm pretty sure they took me out to I was I just need to find my counselor. I just need to find
For sure, you're a
my
child.
group, and then I can let you know. If you just let me leave this room,
Yeah.
I'm crying so much. I think they let me leave, and I found the person. They're oh, we're staying here, and then I finally was able to leave. But I was held captive by them for 30 minutes.
I mean, that's fucking crazy. Why? That's the situation. Why would they target a 15-year-old girl who's clearly traveling with a group, not really sure what she's doing? She's doing volunteer shit probably. It's that's not the person you need to be questioning under a light for 30 minutes.
I know. And the dog chewed up my passport excuse was just
crazy.
The icing on the cake.
I mean, that's unbelievable. Holy shit. No. I'm always so nervous about my passport. I presently carry my passport around all the time because my license expired in December of 2019, 2020 came around, they closed all the DMVs. They told me that I couldn't go to the DMV to get it renewed. I couldn't do it online because it expired before COVID. It's a fucking nightmare. So I carry my passport everywhere. And I've recently started to like get more nervous about it. Like, what if I lose my passport? What if something happens? What if it gets chewed up by a dog now? I got to worry about that. That's insane. Let's throw up maybe one more DM and let's see if we have a little time to chit chat about it. Let's see.
We're going to pull it up right now.
Yeah, here we go. My dad used to get upgraded to first class by himself and leave me, my mom, my brother back in coach. Once he got upgraded, but there was a service animal next to him, big fucking sloppy dog. The dog shit and puked the second the plane took off, and my dad sat next to our seats in coach the whole flight. Sometimes the universe is balanced. I actually side with your dad on this one in being upgraded to first class and leaving your family back there. It's like, sorry bitches, I got all the miles, I got the upgrades, I'm going. But that's true, that's some karma right there. If you have a big sloppy dog right next to you, I mean, that's tough, it's sad. Normally I would love a big dog next to me, or maybe not a big dog, but like a precious angel, of course I'd love to fly alongside. But if the dog is shitting and throwing up, I don't want that either. But also, who brings their dog on the flight if they're going to throw up on the plane? Like, that sucks. Maybe they had no choice. I don't know. I feel bad for that dog. I don't feel bad for your dad, and I think that he certainly got what was coming to him. So, all right. Let's wrap it up. Let's leave it there. Again, like I said, am nervous about Barcelona America. Please enjoy the next 2 weeks of pre-recorded shows. We worked pretty hard on them, so they're going to be fantastic. I will see you guys when I get back. Hopefully a new woman, not broken in pieces. Mwah, mwah, mwah. See you later.